Coach, what's it like preparing for the national semifinals and knowing this is your last practice here in Big Rapids?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bittersweet, to be heading out of town and the last practice at home here, and for a few of our players that'll be graduating, their last opportunity to practice here on our field. But we're really excited about the opportunity to get to travel early tomorrow to head out to Seattle for the Final Four, and can't wait to get out there and compete.
What's the preparation been like here over the last week since you beat Bemidji State last weekend?
Yeah, we got a couple practices in before Thanksgiving, gave them off a couple days for the Thanksgiving holiday just to kind of recharge and a couple mental health days, if you will, and kind of get back to the groove of things. And then been out here yesterday and today getting ready for the trip, and I think the spirits are really high. Everybody's excited about the opportunity that we have in front of us, and I think we'll go out and have a good showing out in Seattle.
How important is it for the players as you make this trip to kind of put the logistics behind them and just focus in on the preparation for Westchester on Thursday night?
Yeah, that was the main focus of our team meeting yesterday. Is that just a reminder that it's the Final Four and we're heading out to a long way. Got to go out to the West Coast for the game, but at the end of the day, it's a soccer game that we're going to go play, and so we can't worry about anything that happens over the weekend because we got to win on Thursday first. So let's go out and take one game at a time, like we've been talking about all year. And it's just a 90-minute soccer game at the end of the day. And so if we focus on our process and our preparation to go play a soccer game, we should be in good shape. And that hopefully takes away some of the nerves and the anxiousness that can come away with a big game like we have in front of us. But I told them, the only pressure we have is to go play well, to do the things that make us successful, play the game the way you know how to do it, and be able to walk off the field with no regrets. If you do that, we'll be in a situation at the end of the game to get an outcome.
How special is this opportunity for your student athletes just to have a chance to play in the national semifinals and making this long trip to the Division II Fall Sports Festival?
I mean, it's what they worked for all year, and for many of them for multiple years that they've been here at Ferris, and for all of them, their lives as a soccer player. So these are the things that the dreams are made of, right? These are things that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives, and we want to make sure that they have the opportunity to really enjoy it and savor the moment. We took a moment after the Bemidji win out in Minnesota where we were huddled up, and I just said, just take a minute, take a deep breath, look around, and just think about what you've accomplished so far. Because I think sometimes you can let the moments and the next game mentality can sometimes take away from being able to enjoy what you've accomplished, and so we did that. We'll give them the opportunity to do that while we're out in Seattle as well. But we're really taking this, and our team really takes on the mindset. This is a business trip. We're going out there to win 2 games, and not just happy to be there. We're the underdog, we're the 4 seed, the NCAA's right up, kind of calls us a Cinderella, and I think all that's true. But we're going out to win 2 games and try to bring home a trophy.
And just talk about a little bit about the next couple of games. Your first opponent is Westchester College, and that is a team that's a 1 seed, and obviously that's going to be a very tough opponent you're going to face. Yeah,
I mean, we've been able to do some scouting on them and take a look at them. It's a team that we're unfamiliar with. They're unfamiliar with us. They've had a great season. They're deserving 1 seed. They're 22-0-1, I think, on the year. But I think. When we look at it, and we talked about it in the locker room and in our meeting with our team, they also didn't play the schedule we played. I'm sure they played really good teams. They hadn't played Grand Valley 4 times, right? So, we respect them. We know they're going to be a tough team. There's going to be a very difficult game for us. But I think we're a pretty good challenge that they're going to have to face as well. And so we'll let the game be decided on the field.
And just as you're saying right there, and with the other 2 teams that are there as well, there must be a big belief that this is a team that could win, bring home the national championship.
Yeah, I think we believe in ourselves. We trust in ourselves. Players do a great job of holding each other accountable. So we're going out with the attitude that why not us? The seedings don't matter. That's kind of our mantra. Best team on game day. Throw the records out the windows, past performance out the window, everything else. We got to be the best team on the field for 90 minutes. And if we can do that, then we'll get the result that we're looking for. But regardless of the results, this has been a tremendous season, and this is all just gravy on top. So we're looking forward to the opportunity.
And just one last question regarding the tournament before I talk about Team USA. Can you just talk about what was after that loss to Grand Valley in the GLIAC semifinal? What did you tell your team, and what turned things around to beat them and get to this point right here? And you're only a couple of steps away from a national championship.
Yeah, I don't think there's any magic, recipe in there. It's just trust the process and continue to do the things that make us successful. That game, it's a 3-0 scoreline, and it looks bad on the record. You know what I mean? It looks bad in the box score, but that's a much closer game than it was. And coaches say those type of things all the time, and I hate being the coach that says that. But if you really watch the game, I mean, it's a grind of a match. We made a mistake early and conceded a goal 90 seconds in, and against a team at that level, we're chasing the game the whole time, and so they were able to knock a couple more away while we're trying to fight our way back into the game. So I think our team walked off the field that day, and in preparations to play them in the Sweet 16 with excitement, right, to go and atone for that result. I mentioned this before. In the last 2 years, we're 1-1-5 against Grand Valley because technically the shootout counts as a draw. So to me, that's pretty two even matched programs right there, and we're happy to be, right there with our biggest rival, and that's really it. I mean, it wasn't necessarily like we got to go back to the drawing board and start over. It's just we're going to get another opportunity, and we knew we got one to go to the national tournament, and we were going to take full advantage of it.